Senator Lindsey Graham aims to call more witnesses in his probe of the Russia investigation this week. The Senate Judiciary Committee is looking into how the FBI made multiple mistakes leading up to the Mueller investigation. CBN News' national security correspondent Eric Phillips has more.
Tense moments for headline witness, former Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein. He tried to explain that while he is accountable for mistakes made in the infamous Operation Crossfire hurricane, he should not be to blame for them. But we spoke to one expert who begs to differ.
Every application that I approved appeared to be justified based on the facts it alleged. And the FBI was supposed to be following protocols to ensure that every fact was verified.
The former Deputy Attorney General took a lot of heat from members of the Senate Judiciary Committee. That's because Rosenstein approved so-called FISA warrant applications that ultimately led to the investigation of Russian involvement in the 2016 presidential election and any link to the Trump campaign. An Inspector General's report found several application violations, including some with misinformation sent to judges who would approve those applications.
This investigation, Crossfire Hurricane, was one of the most corrupt, biased, criminal investigations in the history of the FBI, and we would like to see something done about it.
Who should we hold responsible? What do you want this committee to do? The other side wants us to do nothing. They don't want to talk about it. They're happy for these abuses to go on, apparently. What do you suggest that we do?
I think, Senator, there are issues of accountability and blame. I'm accountable. I'm here being chastised by you, and that's part of my accountability. But the question is blame. What went wrong?
Adding fuel to the fire, this recently released FBI document that started the whole investigation. Notice that it's from controversial FBI agent Peter Strzok to Peter Strzok, approved by Peter Strzok. Experts say it was poorly constructed and did not make a case. Democrats contend, however, that the IG's report indicated Operation Crossfire Hurricane was justified despite the errors and led to findings of Russian meddling.
Congress should not conduct politically motivated investigations designed to attack or help any presidential candidate, Mr. Chairman, period. This would be true at any time, but even more so now, as our nation confronts the brutal police killing of George Floyd and its aftermath, and remains in the middle of a public health and economic crisis.
We're sitting here showing the American public that we argue with each other very well at a time that Rome is burning.
Former Assistant Federal Prosecutor John O'Connor told CBN's Gary Lane, America cannot let this ride.
There was FISA abuse in the sense that we now know that the court was lied to multiple times in multiple ways. And everyone who is responsible and had any idea of the falsity, and that is to say the concealments in the presentation, should be prosecuted. We have a whole battery of wrongdoing here, and it is sickening. It's more and more of a rat's nest every time we get a new disclosure.
Committee Chairman Lindsey Graham says here's the reason to continue probing.
If you knew then what you know now, would you have signed the warrant application?
No, I would not.
Senator Lindsey Graham wants to subpoena more than 50 more potential witnesses. Democrats call that overkill, but say if it's going to happen, they want to call some witnesses of their own. Of course, this is all in addition to the criminal investigation into the origins of Operation Crossfire Hurricane being done by U.S. Attorney John Durham. Eric Phillips, CBN News.